Hi and welcome to next tutorial. In today's lesson we are going to explore the brochures delivery payment sheet in Excel. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So we have a basic sheet here and there's no formulas on this sheet. All of these values are manually typed in, and so what we need to do is we need to find out these three values, and so we need to work this out. So the first thing that we can see is that this is for the month of January, and we have a brochure allocation of 1500 and the pay rate is 85 cents. So now for this first cell, to find out the percentage returned, we need to calculate a few things. We know that if this person, Jane, they delivered 1200 out of the 1500 brochures for that month, that means that they returned 20%. Now there are a few ways to do this, but let's explore one of these ways. The first way is we can subtract, or firstly we can press equal open bracket, and then we can fix that by pressing F4, and then we can subtract it by how many items were delivered, and then we'll close bracket. But now if I press enter, it's going to give me a strange value. So what I need to do is I need to go back and I need to add some more things to it. So I'm going to go press F4 minus 750. All right, and then what I need to do is I need to divide it by the total amount, and I'm going to fix that, and then I'm going to times it by 1. And when I do that, I'm left with 50%. So now let's check to see if it works on all the other formulas. So nothing changed, so that's right, and dragging it down, everything else changed, and that's great. So if we look at the formula again, all right, we can see here that we've subtracted 1500 minus 750, and then we've divided it by 1500 times 1, and that will give us the percentage that we need. The next thing that we need to do is we need to calculate the bonus rate, and I can already see here we have a table over here, so already we are going to be using a lookup function. So you can see here that if they had 20%, they would fall into this bracket over here, and their bonus rate is 0.45. So what we need to do is we need to find the bonus rate, which should be 0.35, and dump it in there. Now we can do this with VLOOKUP, or we can use the new XLOOKUP function. So I'm going to be doing it with XLOOKUP. So equal XLOOKUP, open bracket. All right, the lookup value is going to be this percentage. Then I'm going to press comma. The lookup array is going to be my whole table, and I'm going to fix that by pressing F4, comma. The return array is what I want to appear in that cell. So I want all these values. I'm going to fix that as well. And then we get into our final arguments. So we don't need if not found, but we do need match mode. So there are a few options here. All right. We don't want an exact match because, you know, or in this case it is an exact match, but you know, this one won't work because 20% is not an exact match in there. So it has to either be -1 or 1. We are not using any wildcard character matches. So let's see how we go. So now I'm going to try this one first. -1, exact match or next smaller item. So if I click on that, press enter. So when I go and press that and I've got -1, which is the next smaller item, now I can drag it to all of my other cells. So if I put it all up, nothing changes. So that means I've done it correctly. If we change that to a +1, you can see here that this pay rate changes. So 20% is going to give them this, and that's not what we want. So that's looking pretty good now. And now we need the payment at the end. Now the payment will obviously come from the pay rate, but let's see if we can work this out. So what we need to do is we need to start our formula. We can open bracket, and we are going to times the amount delivered by the actual pay rate. Now the pay rate we are going to fix, okay? And then we are going to add it with the bonus. And so the bonus is going to be the amount delivered. So we're going to click on that times the bonus rate. In this case it's 0, so it's not really going to do much. But then you add them both together and it's going to give you a value. So now if I drag that up, hopefully nothing changes, and cool. Now we have a working cell with all of those functions. So if I went and if I changed any of these values, let's say for example, I changed the pay rate to 95, you can see that it's now a dynamic sheet and things change, which is good. But anyways guys, that's it for this lesson. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.